5-0 to the Phillies. They dropped 2 of 3 to the Phillies. Cubs over the Marlins 3-2 in 11 innings, and the Indians beat the White Sox 5-3. Here's your schedule for today, and of course this is weather permitting. Check out the website at WFIWradio.com for any cancellations or changes to the schedule. High school baseball and softball today starting at 4:30 p.m. FCHS is at El Dorado for both games. Thursday morning golf scramble returning to the Fairfield Public Golf Course on a trial basis starting today. As in the past, the scramble is low-keyed and not intended to be highly competitive. Those wishing to play should arrive at the course no later than 8:30 a.m. to allow for a 9 a.m. tee-off. Green fees and cart will cost $20 for non-members. Members can play at no cost. Organizers say they need 12 or more golfers each week for the scramble to continue. Cards take on the Pirates tonight. You can hear the game on WOKZ 105.9 beginning at 5:50 p.m. This afternoon, Cubs versus the Marlins, and the White Sox play in Cleveland. Now time to check that Fairfield area weather forecast. A 90% chance of rain today, high 72. Clearing late tonight, low 50. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Scattered showers 60 on Saturday. For Sunday, scattered rain, high 65. And for Monday, sunshine, high 68. Overnight, low 67. Yesterday's high was 85. We had 11/100ths of an inch of rain here at the WFIW studios overnight. Current conditions, humidity is at 95%. Winds from the south-southwest at 8 miles an hour now, and the pressure at 29.79. Right now, cloudy skies, 68 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
And a pleasant overcast good morning to you.
Good morning.
Mark Turner. And we're lucky we've got Carrie Halbert here from Frontier Community College. And
good morning.
Glad you could come hang out with us.
Thank you. Me too.
Boy, did I have an interesting day yesterday.
Well, first off, let's congratulate the
baseball.
Mules.
Yeah, the baseball team, 19-3, right?
Yep, 19-3 beat Hamilton County yesterday. Set the school record, I think. It was tied yesterday. It set the school record for wins in a season now today. 19-3, and we just announced this morning that we're going to carry postseason baseball.
Next Wednesday is the first game of the regional.
They'll play the Carmi White County, Edwards County game.
And we'll broadcast that, and then we'll follow them all the way to the state championship.
You betcha.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's at least we hope. It's been a great, what a year. It's been a wonderful year.
It has been a great year.
Came by and saw you yesterday morning.
You did? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wow, that was...
Forgot all about that.
That made an impression on you.
I saw you here. I just,
Went and got some peonies.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yep.
Had them on the table when the wife came in. Put a big smile on her face.
Oh, yeah.
That's about the first time I've been able to do that for her in months.
Well... We aim to please.
It was great. It was super. I went to lunch at the soft opening Javaloo.
Yeah.
Oh.
How was food?
Very good. Let me just tell you what we did. I went with Libby. Libby living in Farrell, who works out here at this place underneath this roof. And I ordered, now for a moment, think about this, wheat toast. And inside the sandwich were little pieces of shrimp and bacon. There's your key. There's your key right there. The bacon was the key.
Makes everything better.
Oh, my, was it good. And I think Libby had half a sandwich and a salad. And, there was a smattering of folks because they really hadn't advertised it.
Mainly friends and family. And
I think I got invited because I said, how could you not have, the 2 guys that enjoy food more than anybody in town besides you and me.
Yeah.
So I got to go and and they've done an extensive amount of
looks pretty nice in there. I put my head in last week while they were moving some things in, and it looks really nice.
It looks bigger than what it did. They've moved some things out and moved some things around, so I'm looking forward to that.
I saw yesterday they had strawberry mango mimosas.
Yes. The strawberry mimosa might be something that would attract the missus. She's a mimosa fan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she's also a big strawberry fan, so I think we've hit sort of like bacon on a sandwich for me.
Yeah. Right.
It says, come on in. So, and they got the TV. I actually got everything fixed for the first time since July of last year.
And then you fell asleep last night.
Yeah, I'm sitting
Missed
watching
it.
TV. Got a basset hound blanket on me. You know, two basset hounds draped over me. They didn't seem interested in the TV either, and there wasn't much on. And I tell you what I did. I passed right over because I knew my wife would not be supportive of me stopping for your favorite show.
Oh, Dr. Pimple Popper.
No.
Do you watch that?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen that one? Or the
No.
Tobro?
He's
No.
I
an
didn't say
advocate.
it's my favorite show. I'm just fascinated by that show. It's one of those shows you watch and you go, ugh.
Yeah, I don't,
You know,
and that's
and
why
then you
my
go,
wife would
okay,
say
what
no.
are they doing now?
Carol would say, "Really, really? You got 200 channels, and that's what you're doing?" Ugh. All right.
We don't watch a lot of TV at our house.
We don't.
I didn't
watch a
since
great
July.
deal of TV, but
Wow. All right.
the bucket of bunk time
In my hand, birthdays today. Tony Gwynn.
Great baseball player.
Yes, died in 2014 of cancer at the age of 54.
Played for one team, the Padres. his
Mr.
entire-
Padre.
Yeah.
20 seasons. Had a lifetime career batting average of 338. A lifetime batting
Yeah.
average. 8 batting titles. That's the most in the
that's
National
the-
League.
I think the best, the 338 average, the best in the modern era.
I think you're right. It's down the line when you start putting, like Ty Cobb against him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame in 2007. He attributed his cancer to dipping tobacco.
Ah, okay.
He did that from the beginning of his career in the minor leagues. So anyway, he ballooned to 330 pounds after he got off, after he stopped being
Well, he's
in
a
baseball.
pretty big guy in base. He's a pretty big guy playing baseball.
He had the gastric banding surgery. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Don't look at me.
Didn't help,
Don't look
huh?
at me
Didn't
when I
help,
say
huh?
that. No. Anyway, it didn't help. No, it didn't help him at all. And normally you see like big chunks of weight fall off of people. When you see somebody really fall off, you go, okay.
Well, I think
Yeah.
a lot of that, when you have that type of surgery, you have to. I mean, it's not just.
No, you got to change the way
gotta
you eat
change
too.
The way you eat, you got to change the way you. You got to change your entire life. And if you can do it, great. If you can't, well,
I'd like to try the treadmill first. Just
okay.
saying.
Well,
I don't really want to go in for surgery and put a big band around my tummy. Then I won't be going to places like Javeloo for lunch, right?
You know what you had yesterday? Wheat toast.
Yeah.
And the shrimp and bacon.
It wasn't bad, I don't think.
That's
No.
not
It's not
bad,
bad at all.
healthy wise.
It was mighty good. Mike Wallace was born on this date in 1918. He died in 2012 at the age of 93. His real name was Myron Leon Wallace, but he was known as Mike Wallace, the CBS 60 Minutes correspondent. He was in at the first moment that they had that show in 1968. He suffered from really severe depression most of his life. And he was a very close, even though, you get this liberal media, conservative media kind of thing, he really kind of played it down the line. He roasted everybody.
Yeah.
But he was a very close friend of Nancy Reagan's
Really?
throughout his entire life. He had 4 wives, 2 kids. One of those kids died in a mountain climbing accident. The other is Chris Wallace, who is on Fox News now. Candace Bergen was born on this date in 1946. She's now 73 years old. Does that make me feel
Wow.
old? Yes.
Yeah, it does.
5 Emmy Awards, 2 Golden Globes, 11 seasons with the show.
Murphy Brown.
Yes. Boston Legal. She was on that as
I didn't
well.
know that.
Yeah. Daughter of Edgar Bergen. She had. Remember who Edgar Bergen
Yeah.
was? Remember he had. Do you? Oh, see, we've hit the age barrier
Yeah.
over here. She's much younger than us. Clearly, eons younger than us. Edgar Bergen had he was a ventriloquist.
He had a dummy.
Well, you do too in here.
Yeah, but I'm not a ventriloquist.
Anyway, his name was Charlie McCarthy, and Candace Bergen said, "I always hated that blankety blank dummy,
Yeah.
because he seemed to love the dummy more than he loved me." I mean, she had a real problem with because Charlie McCarthy came alive. And if you've seen some of the bits and on radio, how do you do ventriloquism on radio and make it work? But he did.
It's very easy to do on radio.
Yeah, because you don't have to look. His lips can move.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's been in a number of movies: The Sand Pebbles, Carnal Knowledge, Miss Congeniality, Sweet Home Alabama. She was dating a guy by the name of Terry Melcher, who had a house in 1969, a specific house. He moved out almost a week or two later. Moved in Roman Polanski and his girlfriend Sharon Tate.
Ooh.
They think that Charlie Manson's group was really going after Terry Melcher. Yeah. And actually got, of course, that was the famous...
got Sharon Tate.
Yeah. Oh, well, she's only been married twice, has one child. Billy Joel's birthday today.
The Piano Man.
He's 70 today. He dropped out of high school. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Wow.
He had his big breakout album was The Stranger in 1977. Oh, no. That was his beginning one. His fourth album was his breakout, Moving On. Just the Way You Are was on that album. Only the Good Die Young. Mm-hmm. She's Always a Woman. He married his second wife, Christy Brinkley.
Uh-huh.
She was the Uptown Girl, remember?
Yep, I do remember that one.
1985.
And a great Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
I loved her. I loved her in the Chevy Chase movies. Wasn't she the one that was in the?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She hasn't aged a bit.
Driving the Ferrari.
No, she hasn't aged a bit. She looks mighty fine, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they have a daughter, Billy Joel, and Christy Brinkley, and her name is Alexa Ray. Ray is after Ray Charles. That was his idol.
Okay. Did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. And so his third wife, get a load of this one. We got another Tony Randall moment here.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you're really okay,
So
you got to help me. You got to help me, Carrie.
If you're 75 and you marry someone at least 40 years younger,
You
get the honorary Tony Randall Award.
Okay, but I think they call that in the,
And then
the
you have
vernacular.
kids. Well, you got to have kids.
Oh, you have kids too.
You got to
right?
have kids when you marry someone that that much difference.
The
If you're
vernacular is, I think you're a geezer.
a geezer.
Yes, I mean we know that an older woman with a younger man, she's a
Cougar.
Yes, I think if an old guy marries somebody really young, he's a geezer.
Nah, he's just the man. He is the man.
The man.
The man.
So he married a woman by the name of Katie Lee. He was
Is he related
55.
to Kathy Lee or anything?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. He was 55 and she was 23. Is
Oh my goodness.
that like a geezer thing? Now think about this for a
Yeah,
moment.
Wow.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, she was about the same age as his daughter with Christy Brinkley. She was the flower girl, or she was in the wedding. Christy Brinkley was in the wedding.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
That is.
Anyway,
I think he approaches the man Tony Randall.
No,
status
now
with
he-
his next wife.
his next wife, right?
Yeah.
His fourth wife, who's I don't know how old she is. She's got to be much, much younger than him
Yeah.
because they've had 2 kids in the last 4 years,
The man.
and he's 70. I can't imagine.
No, I can't. I'm almost 50, and I can't imagine.
TR and BJ.
No way.
I can't imagine. I just can't imagine it. I mean, I'm around my grandkids so infrequently, and
Yeah.
when I am around them,
You're tired.
they can drive you batty. But I love having them around. On this date, in 1958, Richard Burton made his network television debut in a presentation of Wuthering Heights on CBS. On this date in 87, Tom Cruise and Mimi Rogers were married. Mm-hmm. That didn't last.
Yeah, it didn't last very long.
No. On this date in music history, Ray Eberle recorded Stairway to the Stars with the Glenn Miller Orchestra. I told you I watched that movie this
Yeah,
weekend.
you did.
Cried like a baby. 1944, Jimmy Davis became the governor of Louisiana. He wrote the song. Guess what song he wrote? Now think for a moment. Are you conversant in "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You've never seen that movie?
Once, long
You
time
must
ago.
see it, Carrie.
I
because
can't-
it's,
well, I've seen
again,
it once, but I probably should watch it again.
I've watched it.
Several times.
Yeah. So if I say Jimmy Davis became the governor of Louisiana, he wrote this song, and you're conversant in "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," what would that song be?
I can't.
"You Are My Sunshine."
You are my sunshine.
Remember they'd sing that with
the
when
Warby Girls.
Yes, "You Are My Sunshine." Also in 1985, Phil Collins. I never did understand this. Maybe you can help me. Phil Collins released the single "Sussudio."
Yeah.
Sussudio. Is that a name of somebody, or is it just Sue?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, that's the single, Sussudio. And Carrie's here, and we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to do the question of the day. I posted this yesterday. We had over about 120 responses to it. The question of the day is, do you support a plan to make daylight savings time permanent in Illinois? And we'll come back and talk about it after this.
Knows you'll do it right to get your deck ready for entertaining. We're here to help with top brands like Cabot and Valspar so you can refresh your deck at the right price. And we can match any color stain so you're sure to get the look you're going for. Valspar exterior stain and sealer starts as low as $35.98. When you're finished, add a pop of color with 2 for $10 select hanging baskets. For simple and refreshing updates, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 5/15. See store for details. U.S. only. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
I'm Tiffany Haddish, and I use Groupon so much, they made me the spokesperson. This Mother's Day, use Groupon to change the mom look. You know the look you get when mom says, "I'm not mad, just disappointed." With Groupon, you can change the mom look by getting her something she actually wants this Mother's Day. Time with her family. Take her to a great restaurant, or get her tickets to a show. Change the mom look this Mother's Day and save up to $100 a week on what you do every day. Download the app and save. Groupon.
At Steffi Home Furnishings in Mount Vernon, the sales floor is jam-packed and so is the warehouse. They're offering savings of up to 50%. Plus, there's free delivery on most items for up to 60 miles. And they're offering fantastic free financing plans for up to 24 months to qualified buyers. If you need some new furniture or bedding and like a huge selection and great prices, don't miss this event. It's all going on now at Steffi's, south of Times Square Mall in Mount Vernon. Their phone number is 618-242-3146. Rothrock Auction invites you out Saturday, May 11th at 9 a.m. for a public auction for the estate of Samuel Jenkins at 228 West Lafayette Street in Olney. Real estate includes a move-in ready 3 to 4 bedroom, 3-bath home with a finished basement and carport. There will also be antiques and collectibles, household furniture, kitchenware, appliances, shop, lawn and garden items. A 1992 Chevy Caprice Classic, all power with 118,000 miles. Rothrock Auctions, Mark Rothrock Auctioneer.
You can feed the entire family on a budget at the Fairfield Dairy Queen. Stop in for the $5 lunch. Try the 3-piece chicken basket, deluxe cheeseburger, crispy chicken salad, or the barbecue bacon cheeseburger meal. Have a complete meal and finish it off with your favorite ice cream sundae. Don't forget to try the chicken and waffle basket, served with fries and syrup. Happy tastes good. Fairfield Dairy Queen, open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, I only have 15 seconds to tell you about Tavium Plus Vapor Grip Technology, the new dicamba premix herbicide from Syngenta. It controls tough weeds in soybeans like palmer amaranth, water hemp, and grass weeds. Actually, we're going to go longer, because Tavium lasts longer. So you get all the power of dicamba plus up to 3 weeks longer residual control than dicamba alone. Whew. Now time's officially up for tough weeds. Talk to your local Syngenta retailer to learn more. Always read and follow label instructions. Tavium Plus Vapor Grip Technology is a restricted use pesticide.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when President Nixon and Vice President Agnew were renominated? The Democrats dumped Tom Eagleton and made Sergeant Shriver the VP nominee.
And I'm not embarrassed at all to be George McGovern's 7th choice for vice president. Poor Mr. Nixon. His first and only choice was Spiro Agnew.
Arthur Bremer got 63 years in the slammer for shooting George Wallace. Gary Player won the PGA. The 20th Summer Olympics began in Munich. My Three Sons ended a 12-year run on TV. And here's what was new on the radio.
Maybe it's the guitar man.
I'll say goodbye to love.
To me, everybody plays the fool.
Shut up and love.
Saturday in the park.
Got it yet? Well, the answer and a hunk of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Swing by the Fairfield Save-A-Lot and take advantage of these great deals as it is the grilling season and they want you to get ready for grilling. USDA inspected family pack beef ribeyes $4.99 a pound. Baby back ribs $2.99 a pound. KC Masterpiece assorted marinades $2.49 in a 16-ounce bottle. And Howdy Smokin' Sauce $3.49 in a 19-ounce bottle. Prices go through Saturday. Good food, great people, great prices at your Save-A-Lot store, West Main and Fairfield.
August 1972. Baby, baby, don't get hooked on
Mac Davis and Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me, the top song of August 1972. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Make it spicy. Your nearby participating Subway restaurant has Fritos Chicken Enchilada Signature Wrap, rotisserie-style chicken marinated in enchilada sauce, Monterey cheddar, spicy chipotle Southwest sauce, and crunchy Fritos. The Fritos Chicken Enchilada Signature Wrap only at Subway for a limited time.
If you're looking for a new doctor, look no further than the new SSM Health Provider Finder. Search for physicians online based on conditions and treatments, name spellings and pronunciations, and locations near you. What's more, SSM Health doctors are known for taking the time to listen and connect with you. We call this the healing power of presence. You'll find this helpful tool at ssmhealth.com/doctors.
Talk about sneaking up on you. Mother's Day is this weekend. Now, before you freak out and grab some stale candy and gas station roses, just slow down and pay a visit to Gottman's Custom Jewelry, located inside Black Fashion Flowers on Main Street in Fairfield. Gottman's is ready for you even if you don't have any idea what to do for Mom. When the best florist teams up with the finest jeweler, your Mother's Day shopping couldn't be easier. That's Gottman's Custom Jewelry inside Black's Fashion Flowers.
All right, welcome back to Morning Coffee. Question of the day, daylight savings time.
Would you support a plan to make daylight savings time permanent in Illinois? I got a text. The votes just keep coming in on this poll that we did. About 125 people. And it's decidedly, yes, people would support it. There's a huge plurality of yes votes. Randy Reed wrote, I'd say yes on leaving it at standard time. Okay.
All right.
And James Alt said he also thought it should be kept at standard time. Bill Book texted me during the break and he said, absolutely. I love the way he put it. He said, biggest farce ever by the government. So, Carrie Halbert's with us this morning. I'm just going to admit, as I did this morning in the commentary, I'm for it. Not only because I don't want to drive home in dark, but second, you know how they say a broken clock is right twice a day?
Yes.
That's the way my car or my truck radio is.
That's the
half
way.
the year it's right and half the year it's wrong. And you said you have the
And
same
my
problem.
mom does that. It drives me crazy. I offer to fix it and she won't let me.
That's about every clock that we have.
You personally?
Yeah, my personal alarm clock that I change that. Most of the other ones, Whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
I
just
could
late.
not
We're
do
just-
that.
It's too much work.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to tell you another thing.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Hey, there's a new CEO opportunity right there. Like, you could have a clock changer.
Yes.
I would hire them.
Like, you could start a job. You go into people's houses, change their clocks for them.
You could turn that
As
into
an
a
entrepreneur.
job.
I'd give you about.
Find old farts like you and me and say, hey, I'll come over your house and change your clock.
$20, change clocks.
50 cents per clock.
Let me
I
tell
would
you.
pay him $2 or $3.
You know who changed the clocks in all these studios? This
Galen
year?
Dunn.
Galen Dunn.
He did?
He came in the day after.
We didn't change him.
And
it wasn't the day after. It was about a week after.
Okay, well, it drove him crazy during the show. He got up and changed all of them before he left because he did that for years at the college.
Even put new batteries in some.
Yes, he did.
That's great.
God, I love it. But this is interesting, I think. I think it's an interesting proposal. It was proposed by a guy from Bunker Hill, one of the great women's athletic team names in the state. They're the Bunker Hill Minute Maids.
Minute Maids, yeah.
And their men's team or their boys' team is the Minute Men.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, but Andy Minar, a senator from over there, he was lobbied by a civics class from a high school in Carlinville, and he made it into a Senate bill. There are a number of other states. You say it's going to drive you crazy.
I don't think I would like it. I mean, we don't travel a lot, but just to go to Evansville, because doctor's appointments are in Evansville. We go to St. Louis. I don't think I would like it. I mean, if you leave the state of Illinois, it's going to mess it up.
Yes, it is.
I like the idea of more daylight, but I'm like Carrie. I don't like the idea because we have traveled.
You don't want to go it alone.
Relatives up north. I don't have to change. I have enough problems as it is now with that.
You don't want to go it alone. You're okay. The president said that he'd support this. So you'd be okay if it was a national effort, so everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, if it was national, that'd be better, but not just the state of Illinois.
Well, we like being strange.
That's true.
So anyway, but if you have any opinions about that, you're welcome to join us.
Here's the way I see it. Illinois likes to be. If we're going to be strange, we might as well be the strangest and bestest strange people in the country.
Yeah. Well, we can be that.
If you're going to be strange, you might as well be best at it.
Go the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So what's going on out at Frontier, Carrie?
Big day tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's graduation,
Big
isn't
day.
it?
Yeah. Graduation.
That's the best day of the year.
How many? 150, 160?
There are 188 degrees.
Whoa!
Well, that's how many degrees we're giving.
So you figure maybe
students.
2/3 of those people show
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
I had several emotional moments in my academic career at the mailbox.
At the mailbox.
Yeah, because I had a mail.
He didn't go to graduation.
I didn't go to graduation. I said, "Hey,
Oh.
send me my doctorate in the mail." And so I went, and there it was, wrapped up. I opened it up, and
Yes.
had an emotional moment.
Some students prefer not to walk, but
Well, I think I know, having been an administrator for years, this is a great day of the year to watch the fruit of your labor come up.
Oh,
and people
yes,
are so
exactly.
excited.
Yeah. I'm a retention coordinator, so I work closely with a lot of students, getting them to, go to class, do your homework, So I feel like that, obviously they did the work, but it is exciting knowing when you see a student walk and graduate and succeed that you've been a part of that.
I'm looking right now, and you guys are so lucky.
Why?
Because the high tomorrow is 64.
Oh, good. It's not
You
going to
know
be
why they're so
hot.
lucky?
Because it's
in that
inside the mule
gym.
barn.
It's in the mule barn, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been there. I've lost. Who needs gastro banding?
Yeah.
Put on a robe and go into an 87-degree
Yes.
mule barn.
Yeah.
It'll drop
It
some
gets
pounds.
toasty.
So anyway, good. I'm glad. And so I'm and what do you do? What's your big deal in the summer, Carrie?
Well, in the summer, I will probably start planning the recruitment trail, decide where we're going to go, schedule all that in the fall. But I also write the curriculum for a class, so Pathways to Success.
Oh. I'm
so
going to be out there this week.
I
this
revised
summer.
that. You are?
I'm teaching public speaking.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I brought the schedule. I saw that.
I'm doing public speaking, and my wife is doing medical terminology.
Terminology. Yep. I saw that.
We're just two.
That's great.
Mr. and Mrs. Bobcat. What can I say? we're gonna
forget-
have a bunch of people belly up to the trough of knowledge and slurp when it comes to public speaking. I'm telling you. Oh, so I'm looking forward to that. Did you see where Pat Sajak had made game show history?
No.
Yes. With a Wheel of Fortune career that's stretched 35 years.
Now, hasn't he done another game show too? Didn't he do one before Wheel of Fortune?
He might have.
I think he did.
I think so.
Yeah.
35 years, 198 days, awarded the Guinness Book record for the longest career as a game show host. And that was Wednesday evening. That was last night.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at Vanna and he said, "I couldn't have done it without you, kid."
That sounds like something he'd say.
Tourneval. And anyway, he says it's a great honor. He's 72 years old.
Yeah.
Pat Sajak. Doesn't look that old. Of course, nobody looks that old to me anymore.
Well, of course, he's wearing all that makeup.
You know what? He took over.
Does he wear a rug? Does Pat Sajak wear a rug?
I don't know. Clearly, I don't.
Anybody with hair that perfect? I mean, come on.
It doesn't move, does it?
No.
Doesn't move.
No.
He took over. You have any idea who he took over Wheel of Fortune from?
I have no clue.
Guy by the name of Chuck Woolery.
Really?
Yeah, he was the original guy on Wheel of Fortune.
Didn't he do like the
He did a lot of
like
things.
love
didn't he?
match of love or something like that? He did.
Oh, some of these game shows. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. You notice they never call her Prince Harry and Meghan
or Princess Meghan. It's always
Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
That's it. This must be something that they've ordained. Anyway, they revealed their royal baby's name on Wednesday.
And?
You know?
I know it.
Okay, tell us.
Well, Archie Harrison.
Yes.
Archie Harrison
But,
was his name?
And then there's another.
Yes,
Why would they name that child Archie?
It's Mountbatten Windsor.
Yes.
Now, I think Mountbatten was Prince Charles' given name, if I'm not Charles. Who's the one married to the Queen?
Philip.
Philip. I think Mountbatten is Philip's real name, and he had to give it up. Is that right,
that's
Tom?
True. Yes.
That's right, Tom. Tom Lamine confirms. Mountbatten was Prince Philip's name. He gave it up to be Windsor because he was told he had to because he's marrying the Queen.
Right.
Okay, so you're right.
And wasn't Princess Diana, wasn't she the Duchess of Windsor?
Yes, I
Is that
think
right?
you're right.
Okay.
I believe you're right. Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. He's going to be 23 before he can write his name. I'm just saying.
And they named him Archie, not Archibald.
No, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor.
And he's going to grow up, and somebody's going to go, why are you named after a comic book?
Yeah. The couple did not choose an aristocratic title for the baby, who is not a prince, but could have been given the title Lord before his first name. The couple did not disclose why they had chosen the names, though the meaning of Harrison could be son of Harry.
Well, back in Norse, like Erickson.
Yes,
was son of Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's might be it. Oh, here's a couple in California. This week, they were ordered to pay $600,000 for uprooting an almost 200-year-old oak tree from their property that was protected under a conservation easement.
Yeah, you just don't do that.
Okay, well, listen to this, because this makes even less sense when you read more about it. Peter and Tony Thompson removed the 180-year-old heritage oak tree, moved it to another home they had built adjacent to their property. They like the tree so much. It's 200 years old. It's one thing, it's a sapling. It's another thing if you take tons of cubic dirt.
It's got to be big around as Tony
gotta
Gwynn
be
was,
huge.
but after he retired from baseball.
I took 3,000 cubic yards of dirt removed in the process so that they could replant it. And the tree, 2 others they removed, and a dozen others along a previously undisturbed path they bulldozed, died along with surrounding vegetation. And so they were fined $586,000. Don't you think you could have come up with some better idea in landscaping than I know what we'll do? We'll take out our 200-year-old tree and replant it at our new house.
Bet they fired the I bet they did not call Tenet Landscaping.
I don't know how you could possibly believe it was going to survive.
Right, yeah.
The couple who decided to sell their estate, and here's another key. They sold their estate, the one where the tree was, for $8.45 million after the ruling. They're seeking a new trial, reasoning, they're telling their attorney that the property, there's no way they should pay the $600,000. I think probably, I'm not too upset that they got nailed, quite honestly.
And, did the landscaper get nailed, too, that advised them to do that?
Oh, it should.
Say if you go to a landscaper, so, I got a 200-year-old tree in my yard. I want to transplant it somewhere else. What landscaper in his right mind?
200 years old. The roots have to be out, what?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Forever. I mean, it's got to be a 50-yard circle around that tree. And so, I mean, if you're going to chop those to be able to pull out 3,000 cubic feet.
It's going to damage it, for sure.
And then you got to place it right back into a hole.
That big. That hole would be big as a swimming pool.
It's amazing to me. I want to remind you about a couple of things. Then we're going to. I hope you have some trivia today.
I do.
All right, because I got a couple of them. I'm going to put out there before I turn to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just think about these for a second. Carrie, you think about these as well.
Okay.
See if you can come up with this. What was the name of Vice President Richard Nixon's dog? Now, I'm talking about the 1950s when he was vice president to Dwight Eisenhower, okay? A famous name of a dog, okay?
All right.
How did French Lick, Indiana get its name? Now, let's keep it clean. You understand?
Yes.
I saw that look come over your face. How did French Lick, Indiana get its name? And then, now, this one is a multiple choice.
All right.
This is as of 2 years ago. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 names of people that command over $250,000 every time they speak. And take the Clintons off the list.
Okay.
Okay? $250,000. If I said, I'd like for you to come and speak to the Fairfield Rotary Club, they'd say, fine, I need a check for $250,000.
Yeah.
And that would be the end of it.
Say thank you, but no thank you.
That'd be the end of it. I'd be going to the legend, Dave Landon, saying, hey, listen, I need for you to speak for nothing today. All right, so there you go. There's some trivia there.
All righty.
So
I got to come up with 7?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Number 1, when it comes to old photos, women say this was their most regrettable look.
Women.
Yeah.
This is great. You're going to have to help us here because I have no idea.
2/3 of people who have one of these have never washed it.
2/3 of these that have this have never washed it.
Let's see. 1/3 of people say if you have this, it's an eyesore. And I've seen it locally.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When it comes to how we see ourselves, 3/4 of people claim this. They say this about themselves. All right. Survey of our biggest complaints. Number 1 is customer service. What's number 2?
Okay.
All right. 40% of us do this every day at work.
Okay.
We all do it. Half of all wives have said this about their husband's behavior at one time or another.
Probably more for me.
Me. And 6% of people with artwork on their walls say this is how they got the artwork.
Okay. Well, I got some answers, some plausible answers for many of these.
I think you guys have come up with a
Let's
few.
take a break. When we come back, I got a couple things I need to tell you about that you need to put on your calendar.
If you've ever thought of a career in law enforcement, listen up. The Robinson Police Department is currently accepting applications for 2 positions. Applicants must be a high school graduate, at least 21 years of age at the time of hire, and a U.S. citizen with a clean criminal record. Lateral applicants are also welcome. Starting pay is $52,500 a year. Applications can be found at cityofrobinson.com or picked up at the police department. The City of Robinson is an equal opportunity employer.
The Fairfield Chamber of Commerce, along with the retail merchants, want to invite you to join us in the Pamper Your Mom promotion. From now through May 10th, shop at any participating merchant to enter your grandma, mom, wife, or daughter for a chance to win a floral bouquet filled with 24 gift certificates from local chamber members. This will be a Mother's Day to remember for one lucky mom. Thank you for shopping local this Mother's Day.
Over 75 years ago, our town was electrified for the first time. The co-op was started by local people coming together as a community.
Today, we're still working side by side with our co-op to make decisions locally that best serve our area.
And that will benefit not only this generation, but future generations, making sure we'll all have the power we need to grow and flourish right here in our hometown.
Wayne White County's Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet in Mount Vernon has all your flooring needs. They have a large selection in stock and always give great service. Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet certificates are available on the Big Deal Store.
We're your hometown bank with hometown pride. Hi, this is Michelle Garner, serving you as loan officer and branch manager of the Fairfield Banking Company. We're locally owned and operated, which means our heart is where it belongs, in the communities we serve. Our decisions are local, our concerns are local, and our priorities are you, our customer. Come in and let our friendly team with 137 years of banking experience assist you. We're the Hometown Bank's member FDIC equal housing lender.
Celebrate Mom this year by treating her to a delicious meal at El Gallito Mexican Restaurant in Albion. El Gallito will honor each mom on Sunday by giving her a flower and half-price meals. Their menu consists of traditional Mexican dishes, ribeyes, seafood from shrimp to tilapia, plus a large selection of adult beverages. Reservations are requested by calling 445-9200. El Gallito Mexican Restaurant, 300 West Main in Albion. Follow them on Facebook.
If you can hear me, you already know that radio works. Let me, Libby Lingefelter, show you what else we can do at the original company, like direct mail and digital marketing. Call me, Libby Lingefelter, at WFIW WOKZ 842-2159.
WFIW 104.9 and WFIWradio.com. Sheldon Munning from Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler is on the phone. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey, try Sheldon on that one question, the one about the one picture that women. Try this. See if Sheldon's got an answer.
All right, Sheldon.
You're quite the man about town, yeah. Sheldon. Of course, you're probably in the know on stuff like this. We want your answer.
When it comes to old photos, women say this is their most regrettable look.
Yeah.
I always love that response.
But you can't say anything about it. I mean, you can't mention but us as men, we're not paying attention when they say this is their regrettable look. So how would we have a chance?
Well, you have to throw out an answer, man.
Give us grade school. I'm going to say 8th grade.
No,
just the look.
How they're dressed in the photo.
Oh, gosh.
All right, we'll come back to you, Sheldon. Think about it.
Yeah, I know. I'm drawing a blank.
All right.
All right, Sheldon, what do you got going on over there to Le Mans?
I think it's the Dodge Power Days, the Jeep Celebration event. It's the Ram Bigger and Better Things event. It's all kinds of events, I guess, rolled into one. We've got some great deals on the Ram trucks. The Pacifica, Chrysler Pacifica, has some great deals on it on the 19. I think we've got a cash offer of north of maybe $3,000 and 0% for 5 years combined. So some great programs on the Pacifica. We've got a few 18 models left that we desperately want to move out. We've got those 18 Wranglers on the lot, got a couple left, heavily discounted. We've got one new 18 Silverado left that we want and find a new home for it before the end of the month. And we have marked it down 25% off the MSRP.
That is a bargain, man.
If my math is correct, that's like we took the sticker price and chopped 1/4 off of it. I think that's how that works. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Of course, you can check out all of these online, LeMansOnline.com.
All right, this is my guess, Sheldon. I'm thinking it's big hair. That's what I think.
You could be correct.
Carrie?
What about?
Big hair is I mean, yeah, because a lot of people regret that. I love big hair, but
I'd like any hair.
All right, Sheldon. The answer is shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads.
I told you, Levine got it right.
yeah, if I pull out an old shirt, jacket, or something that's got shoulder pads, I cut them out.
Yeah.
Oh, I wore shoulder pads.
I've got a question for Carrie, since I can't get this out of her, one of her student ambassadors. What time is graduation Friday?
What time is graduation, Sheldon wants to know, on Friday?
7.
7 o'clock, Sheldon.
I'll put that on my notes there.
FCHS, Mule Barn. Be there, be square.
All right. Hey, Sheldon, couple of Shriners Mason things coming up. The onions are in, right?
No, somebody will be retrieving them tomorrow. I think
Okay.
that it will be me now that I know I have to be back in town by probably 6:30 or 7.
Okay.
So I was trying to plan my day around that. The guys are going to have a pork burger sale, and that we'll be selling onions Saturday on the courthouse
To
square.
put on your pork burgers.
That's right. You'll be crying, right?
Yes, that is.
No, we won't. Those are those Vidalia onions, right?
Oh.
Yeah, the good ones. Yeah.
All right.
We've got some, you can always hit me up. I usually put this out on the radio, but they have a once-a-year deal. The Inon Temple has the big gun auction, the big gun raffle, I should say, not auction, over in Belleville, I think is where it's at. But I've got tickets for those. They're $20 a piece. They're going to give away 100 guns and 10 cash prizes.
Wow.
If you buy a complete book of 3 tickets for $60, there's a separate raffle that they have designed for the seller to motivate us to sell tickets. But I think there's 10 guns in it that I'll throw in that ticket in the pot, too. You can put your name on it.
All right.
And if they draw your name out, the first gun, they throw it back in the pot, too. So you have a chance. You could theoretically win all 100 guns.
Wow.
I have an arsenal.
Man.
Yeah. And your ticket gets you in the door. They're going to have food and drink there for you. We had right at 3,000 people there last year.
All
that
right.
place was packed.
All right,
And
Sheldon.
I've also I've got some tickets also for the Past Masters Club too. We're going to give away 24 seats for a Cubs Cardinal game on Saturday, September 28th. So those are $10 a piece, and we're not selling too many tickets either. So you
Yeah.
got a pretty good chance.
So I think there's 300 in that drawing, right?
Maybe 300.
Yeah. So I've got some of those tickets.
Pretty good.
too,
All right.
so buy from me.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
All right, Sheldon. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you on Monday, man.
All right, you guys have a great week.
Take
All right,
care.
You too. Time for that radar weather. It is brought to you this morning by Stumpy's.
Are you tired of mowing around or looking at that ugly tree stump in your yard? Removing a tree stump doesn't have to be a burden. Stumpy's can make the process quick and easy. A local business started by Clay Marks through the Mount Carmel CEO program offers free estimates, cheap rates, cleanup, and no mess after the job is completed. Clay guarantees you'll be happy with his work, so call him today at 838-0635. That's 838-0635.
90% chance for rain today with the high 72. Clearing late tonight, low 50. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Scattered showers, 60 on Saturday. For Sunday, scattered rain, high 65. And for Monday, sunshine with a high of 68. Overnight low was 67. Yesterday's high, 85. 11/100ths of an inch of rainfall last night, overnight rather, at the WFIW studios. Currently, humidity at 92%. Winds from the south-southwest at 9 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.79. Right now, we've got cloudy skies and 68 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar weather showing nothing in the immediate area in terms of precipitation. There are pop-up showers all around the southeastern Illinois area this morning. Radar weather brought to you by Stumpy's. Contact Clay Marks on Facebook. Give him a call, 868-0635 to get your free estimate today. And welcome back to Morning Coffee.
Wanted to mention that we still get that red recliner from Ubingers up in Flora. Its listed price is $530. If you go on the big deals and click on that, you can get a certificate to buy that rocker recliner for $265. If you're thinking about the need for a rocker recliner, it pays to do that. The Wayne County Historical Society will be presenting a 2-night service and sacrifice cemetery tour coming up at Maple Hill. That's coming up on Friday the 24th, Saturday the 25th. Next week we'll have tickets to give away for that.
All right.
If I'm good, I'll get an extra star. I'm a Union General in that. And by the way, you can still go by Rush Appliance. We have about 25 people entered in the Flat Double D contest. You probably need to get in so you can have an opportunity for those $200. I've got a couple of answers here. First of all, if you can tell me the name of the president's dog. He was the vice president at the time in the early 50s. Anybody would take a shot at that?
Duke.
Chesterfield.
No, it was the famous Checkers.
Checkers.
There was a
Okay.
Checkers speech that made it possible for him. There was a big controversy.
okay.
Okay, all right. How did French Lick, Indiana, get its name?
Well, obviously from the French.
Early French
And
settlers.
I think it had to do with the salt lick,
Yes.
salt type things in the area.
Mineral licks. French traders came to the area and discovered the mineral springs bubbling up from the ground in the vicinity of what is now French Lick. That's very good. Okay, can you name any of the people in the top 4 that are over $250,000 if you had them come out here and speak to the Rotary? Or, to the Kiwanis, or just come out here and speak to the radio station? What would it cost them? Who?
Warren Buffett.
Nope.
Steve Jobs.
Nope. Well, he's dead.
He's one I thought of too, but I knew he was dead.
You got to bring him back to life first.
Well,
He's
Ted Williams.
dead.
Ted Williams.
Okay, so we could bring his head in. He's frozen.
How about, I don't know. I have no idea.
The list is so vast. It's hard
Oh,
to
I know.
pinpoint.
I'm going to start with one guy who no longer is doing this, and that's Donald Trump. Before he became president, he was asking $1.5 million per speech.
What about Oprah?
Nope. Another one is Ben Bernanke, $400,000. Rudy Giuliani, $300,000 for a speech. And finally, the governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, $250,000 every time he speaks, and just about knocked the coffee over.
Man,
Got me
that's
excited.
close. Wow, man.
Go ahead.
All
We don't
right.
have much time.
Yeah, we don't have very much time.
All
Got
right.
a couple, 3 minutes.
All right.
2/3 of people with this have never washed it.
You got any ideas, Carrie? Because I
I've
don't.
never washed it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Their car.
Pillows.
It's an animal. It's a
Oh,
pet.
it's an animal. Oh.
Their cat?
Cat?
Yeah.
Their
cat.
That's pretty good.
All righty. 1/3 of people say if you have this, it's an eyesore. And I've seen it
An open wound on your face.
in Fairfield on some people's property.
Somebody's calling.
Yeah.
See if they know.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
I don't know, but I want to ask you fellas, are you sleeping in the studio while you're walking by the microphone and talking so we can hear you once in a while? It's just up and down, and us old people, we can't understand that.
We have got the mics where they always are. I don't know what's going
You
on.
better look at your outgoing meter. And poor old Sheldon, what's he doing? He's sleeping in the shop while he's doing his commercial?
No, we're sitting here listening to him and talking to him.
Yep.
But we'll look in it. Thank
Yep,
you very
thank you.
much.
All
I
right.
don't know what that's about.
Anyway.
Where were you?
1/3 of people say if you have this on your property, I'll add that in there. It's an eyesore.
Those dishes.
Oh,
Those-
satellite dish.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. What is it?
Sofa on the porch.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Goodness.
uncool.
Yep. Mm-hmm. When it comes to how we see ourselves, 3/4 of people say this about themselves.
3/4 of people say this about themselves.
Yeah.
They're honest.
Nope.
That they are have a smart mouth.
Nope. Funny. That they're funny.
That they're
Oh,
funny.
they think they're
Yeah.
funny.
Uh-huh. Survey says our biggest complaints, number 1 is customer service. What's number 2?
Lousy products.
Yeah.
Usually happens when you get a phone call.
The audio's too low.
Telemarketers.
Oh,
Telemarketers.
telemarketers.
Oh, okay, all right.
40% of this do this every day at work. I think we
40%.
all do this.
Eat?
No. Dress casually.
Oh, okay. All right.
All righty. Half of all wives have said this about their husband's behavior at one time or another.
He's a jerk.
No.
I don't know.
It's like having another child.
Oh, yes! That is so true.
All right, and our last question.
Yes.
6% of people with artwork on their walls say this is how they got that artwork.
It was given to them. Free.
In a roundabout way.
They're kids.
Nope. Previous
Inherited?
owners of the home left it on the wall.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, that'll do
All
it.
right.
Thank you. Carrie Halbert with us this morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll Friday tomorrow, TGIF.
Yeah.
Right here on Morning Coffee.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. See pictures and prices at boydfern.com or follow them on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. With Attorney General William Barr possibly being held in contempt of Congress for withholding the full special counsel Mueller report and the other investigations ongoing, President Trump tells supporters in Panama City, Florida,
Instead